Hi guys, Trina Vapes here, and we are going to talk about 3 more e-liquids by Stella Blues. Sorry, I got a new phone, so I'm not used to the phone yet. I got 3 flavors. It's going to be coffee beans, grandma's goods, and breakfast combustion. Coffee beans. I was in my opening vape mail a few videos back. I mentioned that I do not like coffee vapes, and then I opened it to smell it, and I was willing to give it a try. The reason being is because a lot of coffee vapes are way too much black coffee. It's even worse than when I would make coffee in the morning. I've tried a few of them, and I was just not pleased by them and by different companies and stuff like that. So I was basically telling myself I probably would never try it again until I opened this one and smelt it. And it was, when I first smelt it, it smelled like vanilla and coffee, but it was light on the coffee. So that's why I was willing to give it a try. I let it steep for a few days. Then I noticed the smell was changing. So before I went online, I smelled the caramel all of a sudden. So it went from a vanilla smell to a caramel and coffee smell. So I went on their website to look it up for the description of the flavor, and sure enough, it's a coffee bean. But that's the caramel. You know, the stands in the grocery stores where, you know, you can get the gourmet coffees and stuff like that, and they all have different flavors like chocolate and caramel and raspberry with chocolate, those kind of things. That's exactly what this e-liquid is. It's not really strong on the coffee. The coffee is there, but it's subtle. It's more, I mean, it's pretty much half and half. It all balances all itself out, making it a very pleasant vape. At least for me. I don't drink coffee all day long, so I would probably use this probably like in the mornings if I don't have coffee. I might have to look into doing a shot of caffeine. They do offer that, just to kind of test that out. It does happen, just almost rare anymore. We do make sure we have coffee because it sucks not having coffee, especially when you have to have it every single morning, at least 1 cup. Anyways, and even if you're not a coffee vapor, I still you should at least go give them a try. You might not like it, you may like it. I mean, I was basically done with coffee vapes until I tried that one, and I'm very happy with that one. So far I can at least go to them for coffee vapes if I need them. But yeah, that stuff is really good. I highly suggest that one. The next one, of course, this one's pretty much gone. There's only a little bit left. But this one's Grandma's Goods. This one is an apple pie vape, and Grandma's Goods is my #1 favorite e-liquid from them. I love apple pie vapes. I've already tried from a few companies. Actually, I'm about to try a 3rd company for apple pie, and I've always been happy with it and all. Grandma's Goods reminds me of a homemade apple pie. I did review this particular e-liquid back my very first 2 videos, so you can go back there and check that out. I did mention in there that I do not taste really apples in there. It was just more, I didn't know if I should have just let it steep or whatnot. I was just basically learning this whole new vaping thing and stuff. I just hit my 3-month mark, so I'm catching on pretty quick here. But anyways, I grew up, everything's homemade. My mom baked, she cooked. I mean, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything was all homemade. So probably really nothing she doesn't know how to make. but this one is my #1 go-to, and I go through it fast. I mean, I can easily go through a 10 mil in one day. I'm letting this steep just to see if I can probably come back to it to see if the flavors do change. With this one, since my last review, I did notice a difference in it. This time I can actually taste the apples in it, which is a plus. I mean, everything still comes together like how I first tried it and all. It just seems like there's more in there. So if they did, I think they did change the recipe because it does taste different. And I tried other tinks because I know that Aspire Nautilus, you could taste everything a lot better, which I have been. But other tinks or whatever, I've tested it out in there and I can still taste the apples in there. So if you guys did change that, great job on it, and you kept everything else the same. I mean, I'm just in love with it. That is my all-time favorite. So I'm hoping after Christmas my husband will go buy me a 50 milliliter bottle, and we'll see how long that lasts. I don't think it'll last a week. So moving on, last one, which is in my tank right now, is Breakfast Combustion. This one is their description says it was a pastry, but it has a fruit pastry, and the fruit filling has raspberry, blueberries, and apple. This one, I let it steep. This one's a few days, at least to about a week. Then you'll get everything all at once, except for the apple. I don't really taste the apple in there, which is fine. I mean, raspberry was the main dominant that I would taste, and then eventually I would start tasting the blueberries, especially in the exhale. But after within a week or so of letting it steep or whatever, I was able to taste it all at once. So in inhale and exhale, I was able to taste all of it. Just the apples, I think I'm starting to really think, because I see a lot of other reviews that are supposed to have other like bunch of fruits or whatever, and then the apples and all. Some people can taste the apple, some of them just can't. I mean, I love this no matter what. This is my other new favorite from them too. I mean, it's just amazing. Like, I'm really enjoying, because my problem is that I cannot really eat sugary foods and my cookies and cakes and all, and I really enjoy them, especially like when it's around the holidays and stuff like that, and I do get cravings and stuff like that, but I just can't eat them because I have sensitive teeth. So this all basically, it's almost better than if I had to go to the store and go buy a cake or a pastry or a candy bar or pies or anything like that. It helps my craving a lot. But I strongly suggest people to go and give them a try. I love Stella Blues. I love the people there. They are amazing people. They talk with you, even their employees there, they'll sit there and talk with you, especially on their online site. I mean, they pay attention to you, especially if you pay attention to them back as well. But give them a try. I mean, I really love Stella Blues vapors. I will leave a link below where you can go and find these e-liquids yourself. They do start out with 15 milliliter bottles, and they're plastic bottles, and it starts at $9 for them. So that basically concludes my review for them. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm gonna getting more vape mail here real soon, so there's gonna be more reviews coming up. I hope you all enjoyed. One more thing is I want to show you guys their vapor production, because it's awesome. It's 55, 35, or 45 for the VG-PG ratio.